much like this idea for company stuff. I like this idea of, was it 2 pizza teams? Are you familiar with that, Tom?
Yeah.
What's a 2 pizza team?
So it's basically if you want to get a team to work on something, don't get the team size bigger than if you were going to have an evening social. It can be fed with 2 pizzas.
So 2 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Rob's like, I can do 1 pizza.
And if there are leftovers of someone else's, I am in there.
I like cold pizza.
I'm on my own.
On my own for this brainstorm. Yes.
Feeling really full and pretty disgusted with myself. Again.
This is why Rob's freelance. Can't join any teams.
So what pizza? So a 2 pizza team. So I mean, if you're looking at that for people who aren't gluttonous, what are you looking at? Like, I guess 6, 7, 8 people.
Yeah, maybe a little bit less.
I guess.
I think there's like a size where a very very small teams, you don't have to coordinate very much, and as you get the team bigger, you have to waste more time on coordinating the people in the team.
Yeah.
And so and there was a really nice concept I heard of not too long ago. Seth Godin introduced it, which is a handshake overhead, which is also a thing in technology, I think, which is just like literally every person you meet requires a little bit of time and a little bit of attention to say hello and meet them and remember who they are and all that stuff. And whereas if you've got small enough teams, your handshake overhead is really small.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Are you wary of this, Tommy? And it's I know with the size of your company, we're not at the 150 level, but are you wary of the size of the company and thus the additional functions that you might have to bring in to manage that population?
It makes a big difference, and often you start with less than 5 and you get to 5, and I know a lot of founders who kind of hark back to those days when there were 5 or 15 of them with kind of really fond memories because everyone knew each other really well. It was really easy to get stuff done. There wasn't that massive handshake because the more people you have, the more HR you need, the more events you need, the more communication, the more you spend your life communicating rather than doing stuff. So it is a big. I think about it a lot, and we've yo-yoed up and down, and the difference in structures that we have to have as a larger team is really quite significant. And personally, having grown up in small companies, that was quite challenging for me, I must admit.
What was challenging? To start to grow and think about not
having the systems in place and actually even realizing that they were necessary. Firstly, that unconscious incompetence. We must do a sketchplanation of that one if we haven't done it. The conscious incompetence, the 4 different squares.
That must be a 2x2.
And a 2x2, because that one really changed my life. I remember hearing about that. It's like, that really makes sense.
It's not a very pretty sketch, but there is one. The conscious competence framework.
Yeah. Probably a tricky sketch. Just a matrix.
Yeah, did a long time ago.
That's just that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is good. I remember when I was made aware of that by a manager, and it was eye-opening. I remember that. Yeah. Great.
So if we're going to talk about it, we should probably at least explain what it is.
Save it for another day. You got to listeners. You got to listen to another episode.
Yeah,
that one.
Okay.
Yeah. All music on this podcast series is sourced from the very talented Frank Cinelli. And you can find loads more tracks at frankcinelli.com.